Alright, so we are going to now learn how to transform linear equations to standard form. So if you look here, standard form is ax plus by equals c, where a, b, and c are constants, which means they're numbers. And a and b cannot be 0. Alright, we want to take an equation that has ax plus by equals c and transform it to a linear equation, which is slope-intercept form. And let's go ahead and make sure that we know that slope is m and the y-intercept is b. So if you look here, 2 is m and 1 is b. So we want our standard form equation to look like y equals mx plus b. So that means that we have to solve for y. Alright, so if we had 3x plus 2y equals 7, I want you to recognize that a is 3, okay, b is 2, and the c is 7. Alright, and we are going to take this equation and transform it to slope-intercept form, which means we have to solve for y. Okay, so I am first going to draw my river, and I am going to identify what is furthest away from y, and what is furthest away from y is positive 3x. Because it is positive, I am going to subtract 3x from both sides of my equal sign. Alright, and then that cancels out, and I drop down my positive 2y. And then this says 7 minus 3x, or you could say negative 3x plus 7, which in my professional opinion, you need to say negative 3x plus 7 because you're writing it in order, okay? Alright, so now we are still trying to get y by itself, and we have to recognize that y is being multiplied with 2, so the opposite of that is to divide. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2. Now I could leave it or draw one long line like this. Let me just tell you what I'm trying to say. And divide it this way, or I can separate it just so you know that each term in this equation is going to be divided by 2. Okay, so I cancel that out and I drop down my y. Now y is by itself. Negative 3 over 2, we're going to leave that as a fraction because we know that slope is rise over run, and we can't simplify that any further. And then 7 over 2, we can also leave that like that, or you can make it a decimal. But 7 and 2 do not have any common factors, so we'll just write it as is. So now we have y equals negative 3 over 2x plus 7 over 2. We know that negative 3 over 2 is our m. And we know that 7 over 2 is our, sorry, I didn't mean to write that. 7 over 2 is our b, okay? 7 over 2 is our b. I meant to write b, okay? So 3 over 2 is m, 7 over 2 is b. Alright, and we're just going to drop down our x. So now this equation went from standard form to slope-intercept form.